Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Okay, any questions, clarification before we start Isavasya today? Or it's all crystal clear for people, Kena Upanishad? I have to ask all these and look for figures because this is not it's an online class. So it's a bit difficult for me to make out. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. So any questions or also all clear? पूछ लो, नहीं तो फिर पछताएंगे बाद में. Okay. So now we saw the Kena Upanishad, which is a small Upanishad. Similarly, Isavasya is a small Upanishad. Kena Upanishad came straight to the point, the immanent nature of the self. Isavasya takes a broader standpoint of meditations and different types of meditation, worship, this, that, everything. Therefore, in that level, it can be quite confusing. Okay. So, I will explain the verses as we go along, and you will find that if you are trying to do everything that the Isavasyopanishad says, may not be possible. So, I will give you a simplified version of what you can do based on all that the Upanishad has talked about. So, in this Upanishad especially, if you have missed the class, catch up with the video, otherwise you will really be lost. Okay. So then shall we start? Okay. The Shanti mantra of this Upanishad, by practice everyone chants this at the end, but this is the Shanti mantra for this Upanishad, therefore it will come at the beginning. Okay. Yeah. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamugacchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay. Then as usual, Shankara introducing that Upanishad says that Isavasya Upanishad mantras are Upanishad meant to know the truth. Therefore, they are not associated with any karma or anything like that. Okay. And Vedanta is very clear. Shankara also makes it very clear in many places that jnana karma samuchaya is not possible for moksha. For moksha, you cannot combine jnanam and karma. At the same time, recognizing that karma is necessary for people, he says, Chittasya shuddhaye karmaha. All karma is meant for antakarna shuddhi, done with different attitudes, all that we will see. Karma yoga buddhi, when it comes to your day-to-day life. And for moksha, that is to prepare the mind. The whole thing about karma, etc. is preparation. And moksha is by jnanam alone, nothing else. Okay? Jnanam evatu kaivalyam. Knowledge alone is moksha. He is very clear about it because there is nothing finite about moksha. If it is a finite thing, karma will be involved in it because you have to do If I'm hungry, I must make some food and eat it. Finite. Karma is involved. Or at least eat the cookbook. Okay, then you'll be okay. Finite karma. Okay. Reach a place, not to go. Okay. Make something, create, fine. All that karma is involved. But if you are to gain the infinite, all karma phala being finite, you cannot do any infinite karma. Therefore, it's a matter only for recognition, because if there is something called infinite, it cannot be different from you. Limitless, infinite means what? Unconditioned by time and space. We are not talking about the practical infinity of that science talks about. Very often in science or in our normal day-to-day language, we will talk about infinity as a practical infinity. We are not talking about that. Practical infinity is what? A very large number. So large that you can't figure it out. Like how many stars are there in the sky? Oh, billions, millions. You will say infinite. Because it seems to be almost an incomprehensibly large number. How many grains of sand on the beach? Infinite. That is just an impractically large number, impractical to count. It is not in that sense that we are using the word infinite. For us, the word infinity means unconditioned by time and space. Therefore, there is nothing separate from it. It includes you. Not only it includes you, you can't divide the infinity into parts. Therefore, you have to be infinite. Because you can't have half of infinity, can you? Or you can't even say, I am a billionth part of infinity. Then you multiplied by billion is infinite. That's a finite number. Huge number, but still finite. Therefore, by its very nature, it cannot be separate from you, and it has to be you. You can't be a part of it. Then the only way, you can say, then why do I search for it? I search for it because I don't know. If I don't know, then the solution is what? I have to know. I have to recognize it. Therefore, jnana may24 kaivalyam. Knowledge alone is moksha, not karma. Okay. Then how did the name of this Upanishad came up? Just like how Kena Upanishad is the first word of the Upanishad taken, first word of the first verse, Kene Shitam Preshitam, then you made it Kena Upanishad. Similarly here, Isavasyam, therefore Isavasyopanishad. That's how the names have come about. Okay? Don't try to read any great meaning into the names of the Upanishad. Nahi hai. Okay. Isha stands for the Lord. Okay. That's why people will use the word Isha in various terms. There is an Isha yoga also. No? Yeah. So similarly, Isha means Lord. Okay. All knowledge has come from the Lord anyway. So, yeah. Why limit it to yoga? Okay. All right. So the verse goes like this. Om Isavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tiktena bhunjita magrada kasya svedganam. Isavasyam idam sarvam. Isha buddhaya. By your understanding of Isha, idam sarvam jagat achadiniyam. Okay. Vasya meaning achadini. Meaning, with your knowledge of Isha, cover this whole universe. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Whatever is there in this universe is nothing but Isha. What's the noise coming? Someone is unmuted. Okay. Isha Buddhya Achadi. What is Isha? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. That is Isha, the Lord. Lord is nothing but pure consciousness. Functionally, you will say Isha is Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam, the non-dual, efficient and material cause of the universe. Okay? But when you look at it, what is the material? Something that exists. Yeah. Okay, little bit on this. When you say Isha, there has to be a material and there has to be a creator, right? If you are looking at cause of anything, whether it is a book or a table or anything else, there has to be a material for it and there has to be a creator for it. An intelligent being with jnana ichha kriya. There should be knowledge about what is being created, the desire, the intention to create, and the act of creating. Therefore, we will say Isha is consciousness plus Maya. Brahman plus Maya is Ishvara. Can you really say a plus there? Since we have seen Ishvara and other Upanishads, etc., I am not going to absolute basics. Okay, if there is any doubt, ask me. Can we say Brahman plus Maya?
Then it becomes an entity.
Not only an entity, there is something to add. No? They becomes two equally real things then. Do we say I and my shadow? I plus my shadow, do we say that? Maya is Chaya Rupaha. Ya ma sa Maya. That which is not really there is called Maya. So Maya does not have an independent existence apart from Brahman for you to say Brahman plus Maya is Ishvara. The more correct way to say would be Brahman manifests through Maya is Ishvara. And what is Maya? Something that's inherent in Brahman itself. Therefore, with respect to Maya, you will say there is a material cause. Why? Maya is based on Brahman and Brahman is nothing but Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Therefore, the Satyam aspect, the existence aspect, okay, not really an aspect, but the existence lends its existence to Maya, and therefore we are living in an existing world. Then there has to be an efficient person also, an intelligent being to create. So with respect to that intelligence, we say consciousness manifests through Maya is intelligence, etc. Because there is nothing but consciousness. Intelligence comes when the consciousness manifests in a mind, that cosmic mind, otherwise known as Maya. Am I making sense to you all, or some of you are looking lost? Anyone who is looking lost, please ask. If you don't ask, I'll assume you understood and go ahead.
Then don't. The last line that you said.
Yeah.
From when you said intelligent cause.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That part, do you think you can explain once more?
Okay. Now, when you say intelligence is a function of your mind. That means what? For your mind to be intelligent, the consciousness should be manifest. So, what you call intelligence is nothing but consciousness manifest in your mind. So, Brahman is nothing but consciousness, which is existence. And this, when it is manifest in the cosmic mind, total mind, or Maya Shakti, is called intelligence. Now, look at it. The same Brahman is looked upon as Ishvara. Through Maya, existence, the material universe. Through the same Maya, consciousness becomes the intelligent creator, the intelligence behind the universe. Making sense to all of you? अरे कम से कम मुंडी तो हिलाओ क्या नहीं?
Yes, sir.
And I ask a question, I expect a response. I have not yet become that wise that I'll teach to the walls, okay?
Got it, Swamiji. Thank you.
Okay. So, this is Ishaha now. So, Isha Buddhya. Look at the whole universe as Ishaha, he says. Because that's what there is there. What is this? Book. Correct? This is book?
Swamiji,
Yeah.
when you talk that everything is Isha, we are talking the one Ishvara, which includes Maya, I should say, but
Sorry.
one of the two.
Sorry, come again?
Ishvara means, yeah, when we say everything is covered with Ishvara,
Yeah.
it is everything is covered with Brahman.
One second. I'll come to that. That Isha part, I'm explaining that only.
Okay.
Yeah. So you look at it. You look at anything in the world. Because he said everything that is there is nothing but Isha. Look at this book. Is this Isha? Yeah, book hai yaar. Now, if you look at the book, there is existence. There is intelligence because it is intelligently put together. So, existence consciousness is there. What else is there? Name and form. What makes it look different from Isha is only name and form. So, all that is there is nothing but existence consciousness. Because existence consciousness is limitless, you will say Anantam or Anandam. And what is it that distinguishes one thing from another thing? Name and form. Book, cell phone. This also has got existence, this also is intelligently put together. What is different? Name and form. Name, form, function is different. What is the difference between the book and me? Here consciousness is manifest more and everything else is name, form difference, isn't it? My body, this body, different. Therefore, one of the books by Adi Shankara, he says, Asti bhati priyam roopam namashed panchakam. Whole world is made of Asti bhati priyam. Existence, consciousness, Ananda. The first three makes up Brahman. And what do you call Jagat? Tato dvayam. Other than that, the two that is different. What is that? Namarupa. Now, okay, so therefore Namarupa is existing different from Brahman, correct? What is this thing that you will call a kurta? Kurta is a name, correct? Kurta is a name. When we were young, this is called Guru shirt. Okay. Rajesh Khanna popularized it because he wanted to hide his paunch. So that time it was called Guru shirt. Okay. Maybe because a lot of gurus wore this. Anyway, name. For which there is a form, kurta. Tell me, this name and form, does it exist independently? For its existence, it depends on the cloth. Now the cloth is another form, another name. Does it exist independently? No, it depends on the yarn, on the weave. Does the weave exist independently? No, it depends on the fibers, depends on cotton, Depends on hydrocarbon. Finally what? On existence consciousness. Because everything else is just an idea. What you call creation is nothing but a concept. Even look at it functionally. This kurta, is it not a concept? If I make it with a different type of collar that can be folded, etc., shorter with some buttons and not so long, you'll call it a shirt, no? Now, what's the difference between a shirt and a kurta? Both are nothing but cloth. And if the tailor doesn't have enough material, he'll make a kurti out of it. Shorter version of kurta is called kurti. I don't know from where the styles come. Material कम पड़ा इसके लिए कुर्ती हो गया. We also used to do it. Someone gifted me a kurta from, what is that brand? Pure cotton kurta, forget. Very famous brand. I don't wear
Fab
branded
India.
clothes. Huh? Fab India. Fab India. Cotton. Gifted me that. मैं तो ठीक है यार, गिफ्ट दिया दे दें, प्यार से दिया तो लगा दे. I wore it. Then I washed it. Washed it, it shrunk. And I can't wear 3/4 sleeves like how a lady wears. So I took it to the tailor, cut the sleeves, make it a half kurta. Modification. Nama Rupa change. Cloth is cloth. Half kurta bolo, kurti bolo, kuch bhi bolo. So the whole creation is like that. There is existence, consciousness and name and form. Therefore, yat kincha jagatyam jagat, all that is there in this. What is that? Isavasyamidam sarvam. Understand. By your understanding of Ishvara, cover this whole thing. Why cover the whole thing? Because the differences exist. Na? Functional differences exist. It is not that if you understand the truth, everything is going to disappear. Then no one will want to understand the truth. Why? Everything is going to disappear, including mangoes. I don't want that to disappear. Or whatever you like.
Swamiji,
Yeah?
himself will disappear.
Huh? What
That
is?
person himself will disappear.
Yeah, the person also will disappear. The person I love also will disappear. Hey, I don't want all that. Nothing disappears, everything is there. But in your understanding, all that is there is only Ishaha. Ishavasymidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Tena tyaktena bhunjitaha. That buddhi itself is tyaga, he says. Tyaktaha, tyaga. Therefore, tena tyaktena bhunjita. Therefore, by giving it up, you enjoy the whole thing, he says. Enjoy meaning experience the whole thing. Why? Can you deny the experience of the world before realization, after realization? No, before realization, the world is there. After realization, if the experience of the world is there, you can't teach. If the experience of the world was not there, how will you teach? Therefore, the wise person doesn't teach, only the ignorant person teaches. Yeah, looking at some of the notions going around, it looks like that. Therefore, experience of the world is there. So, experience the world. How? With this buddhi. You have given up the world with this understanding and you are experiencing the world. Can you imagine the freedom there? It's like entering your dream, entering the dream world, knowing you are the waker. Your knowledge of that you are the waker. The tiger is chasing you and you have climbed a tree, knowing full well that the tiger and the you and the tree, everything is yourself, nothing else. Dream world. This is what they say, samsar ka khel dekh lo. Sadhus in Rishikesh will say, samsar ka khel, dekho, maja aa raha hai. They don't say everything, sarvam, dukkham, etc. They won't say it. What dukkham? Where is dukkham? When you are ananda, what is dukkham? Sarvam kshanikam, sarvam dukkham. Sarvam anandam. Ulta point. Everything is ananda. Everything is limitlessness. And that limitlessness manifests in the mind is nothing but ananda. Therefore, tena tektena bunjita. By the very understanding, you have given up the world. But at the same time, you are enjoying the world, you are experiencing it. Okay. And then he adds a line here, which is what makes people confused with the interpretation of it. He says, Ma grida kasya svidhanam. Ma grida. What is there to long for, to covet? Okay. Because kasya svidhanam, for whose is wealth? Now, why are you saying wealth? Because there's a way of looking at it. Everything is considered wealth. Why? What artham, what you consider as artham, that is necessary for you, is considered as wealth. So your possessions, your relationships, your this, everything. Yeah. I am a rich man because I have people who love me. The richness of the heart you feel. I am a rich man because I have some money in the bank. What is the use of having money in the bank if I don't have anyone to share it with? So I am poor. In that sense it is used. Kasya svidya. Whose is wealth? He says. Where is that wealth? What is that wealth? You can interpret it in all these ways. For whom is wealth? What is this wealth? All that is there is only Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. No, Swamiji, I am in a loving relationship. Brahman is relating to itself. Correct? I have a lot of money. Brahman plus Nama Rupa. I don't have money. Some Nama Rupa is not there. I am going to enjoy a nice dinner after this. Who is the eater? Brahman plus Nama Rupa. What is the eaten? Brahman plus Nama Rupa. Ahamannam ahamannadav. I am the food and I am the eater of the food. Tena tektena bunjita. For whose is wealth? What is wealth? This is because, why am I interpreting it like this? There is another interpretation also. There is a dual interpretation. I am interpreting it like this because the whole verse starts with Isavasyam idam sarvam. Another interpretation is what? Kiska hai paisa? You are taking it literally. Nobody owns any wealth. No? It is there with you for some time. If you you manage to keep the robbers away, if you keep the thugs away, if you keep the online thugs away, amount of scams going on. Today I got a scam. Someone has booked a gift for you from Swiggy. Please click on the link. And they given a name also. I said, I don't know anyone with that name. It's a very funny name. It's scam. If I click on the link, I get into a problem. Scam. So, if you manage to keep all these characters away, the money remains with you for some time. How long? Until you say goodbye to the money and go. There's a kavali like that, na? Khali haath aaye hai, khali haath jayega. Mushti band kar aane wale, haath phaila kar jayega. I think it's part of that Charte Suraj, right? I'm not sure. I keep remembering bits and pieces of it, okay? I don't sing for nuts. If I sing, all my four-legged friends will come running. But this is true. Yeah. We come with closed fists, nice babies are born with the hands closed. But when you go, hands are open only. हाथ फैला कर जाएगा. That is one interpretation. But I prefer the other interpretation because this is what it is. Isavasyam alone, everything. If all there is nothing but existence, consciousness plus nama rupas, that's there. What is there? What is there? Anandi, Anandi, और कुछ नहीं है. Because it's all nama rupa. So you enjoy the nama rupa. But you know, it is not real. Therefore, the tyaga buddhi is there. No? Are you going to keep what is not real with you? Are you going to hold on what is not real? Sometimes you have to be very careful. Today, Akshay Tritiya, I am going for a puja. I had a bath and all. But I have to go to the temple. I have to be very careful that my shadow doesn't fall into the ditch. Because ashuddh ho jayega phir. As you do, if you don't fall into the ditch, you are okay. Same way here. Kya hai? What is the big deal? It's nothing. Yeah. All that is there is Brahman alone. Isavasyam idam sarvam. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Tena, by that buddhi, by that understanding, by that knowledge, tektena punjita. I experience the world after having given up everything. Given up everything is not physical. Given up is by that understanding. Okay. Yeah, given up is only by that understanding. Then what is that? Magrada, don't hold on to anything, don't covet anything. Kasyas with dhanam, because what is wealth? Wealth is nothing but nama rupa only. Therefore, the whole of Vedanta is there in this verse. Ho gaya? Pura. Yeah, और कुछ करना है क्या? Or if you understood I am existence consciousness, बस हो गया ना. Existence consciousness which is limitless. And what is this world you see? Nama Rupa. बस हो गया. Name and form. Therefore, do what you have to do. Experience what you have to experience. Enjoy the game. Enjoy this game called life. You will win some, you will lose some. Play the game. I mean, the game you will take seriously enough, isn't it? It's a game. Okay, fine. If you have not understood that proper enough, all right. Okay. समझिए ये तो थोड़ा, I mean, I'm conceptualizing it, that's a problem, but not yet very clear. All right, okay. Okay. The Upanishad is making it a little simpler. What is that? Kurvaneveha karmani jijivishe shatagam samaha evam tavinanyate tausti na karmaha lipyate naraha. Jijivishe shatagam samaha. I want to live 100 years. With good health, prosperity, everything understood, okay? I don't want to live 100 years. अब तो बिल्कुल बूढ़ा हूँ, गोली खाकर जीता हूँ. At 70, if you are saying that, who wants to live 100 years? No, with good health and things like that, 100. Oh, that living 100 years meaning you want to experience the joys and thrills of life. You are not yet ready for saying, Tektena Junjita, etc. You are not ready for all that. Okay? You are not ready for that. Okay? Understanding I will work on, but right now I want to enjoy life a bit also. You know? I mean, natural. I still have a few priorities to take care of. I still have a few things to enjoy. I have that desire. Okay. Then what? kurvanevehi karmani. If you want to do that, then live that life committed to karma is easy. Doing your karma. There is no fairy godmother who is going to give it to you. There is no Santa Claus who is going to fulfill your desires. You can pray to the Lord. That is called Vedika karma or spiritual karma. And at the same time, karma kuru. Karma kuru. Do it. Nobody is going to give it to you. Santa Claus doesn't exist. Santa Claus doesn't exist. Some karma is always necessary. You can support the karma with prayers, etc. And this Upanishad talks elaborately of what type of prayers. You can support the karma with prayers, but you can't replace karma with prayers. Unless, in your case, karma is not possible. Then it's a different thing. Then only prayers. It's like my old story, you know. There was this guy, good man, very good man, but poor. So he went and prayed to the Lord, oh Lord, this month, let me win the lottery. I am a good man, but I am poor, my children are suffering. In your kindness, please give it to me. That month came and went. Which name? Second month, oh Lord. Third month, Diwali bumper offer. Oh Lord, please give me a break, at least this month let me get it. And suddenly a voice was heard, a booming voice. This is God speaking. Idiot, at least go and buy the ticket. Minimum karma. Na? Without buying a lottery ticket, you are expecting to win the lottery. Yeah? Okay, you are expecting somebody to come and gift you a lottery ticket or what? People do that. One character did that to me. He said, Swamiji, I wish I could give you 1 crore of rupees, but I don't have 1 crore of rupees to give for a ashram. Here is a lottery ticket for 1 crore. But barring such cases, yeah. Now don't go about saying, Swamiji said, go and buy a lottery ticket. That's not what I am saying. What I am saying is, minimum karma is necessary. Okay? Minimum karma. You can't replace karma with prayers. You have to enhance karma with your prayers. You have to give chance for the Lakshmi to walk in. Lakshmi is coming and knocking at your door because of your prayers. Open the door and let her walk in. Darwaja band karke rakha hai. That opening the door is doing some action. Therefore, kurvanevehi karmani jijivisheshatagam samaha. If you want to live 100 years of prosperity and this thing, do your karma. Vedikam laukikam cha. Laukikam karma, your worldly activities. Important, you can't replace that. Vedikam cha, your prayers, etc. also. Do both. Nitya naimitika karmas, etc. Do that. Then your life will be fine. Now, by saying Kuruvanevehi karmani and Isavasim idam sarva, you have not understood Isha is everything, but you have understood Isha is abhinna nimitta upadana karanam. That much at least you understood. Therefore, your attitude will be what? Prasadaha. For my karma phalam will be prasada. In fact, Karma Yoga is elaboration of this second verse of the Isavasyopanishad. Isha is everything, yes. But I want to live 100 years. Kuruvanevehi karmani. Then what way will Isha help you? You pray, do your karma, pray. And when the result comes, prasadaha, accept it in good grace. Why? That's what you do with the Vedika karma. Na? Akshay Tritiya. I'm sure everyone did some puja for Lakshmi. Some of you must have gone and bought some gold also. Though Akshay Tritiya has got nothing to do with buying gold, that is commercialization. Like how Christmas has got completely commercialized. People who have been shopping for last year's Christmas are still paying the debts of Christmas 3 years back. India, we are a bit better. We buy gold and hoard it. Hoarded gold is not really wealth, okay? But okay, as a backup plan. But Akshay Tritiya has got nothing to do with that. I have written a small article like that will come in next month's newsletter. Akshay Tritiya has got to do with the Akshay Patra that Draupadi was given by Krishna. Akshay Tritiya has got something to do with Parashurama's Janma. Yeah, today is Parashurama's Janma. One of the fearsome avatara of Lord Vishnu. Considered the greatest teacher of the art of war. Rama was considered the greatest warrior, but Rama never taught. Parashurama taught. So Parashurama was considered the greatest teacher of the art of war. So you will want your wealth, you will give this. But when you're doing that prayer, Akshay Tritiya prayer, what happens? Prasadaha. You will accept the prasada buddhi is there. So similarly in life, Jiji Vishes Shatagam Sama. You want to live long, prosperity, etc. Do karma. But to relieve all the hassles of that, accept it as prasada. Two things happen. Minimum, the worry, anxiety, etc. is gone because prasada buddhi is there. You are willing to accept whatever comes. Second, your growth happens. You grow free from the hold of your desires. Why? Because when you are doing the action itself, you have decided that the result will be accepted as prasada. That means if the desire is not fulfilled also, you will accept it as prasada. That means before doing the action itself, you have become bigger than the desire. You still have the desire, but you have become bigger. Growth has happened right at the beginning itself. Therefore, in time, either you will fulfill the desire and be free from it, or you will say not worth the effort and be free from it. Either way, you will be free from it. Then Ishavasya Idam Sarvam will make sense. All that will become fine. So the second verse is supportive of the first verse. If you look at it in terms of how to live, so the first verse becomes clear. Otherwise, first verse maximum will be conceptually clear, which is not real clarity. You don't conceptualize in Vedanta. Brahman is not a concept. Brahman is a reality you have to understand. But you will conceptualize it. And this will be expressed vaguely by saying, I know I am Brahman, but I don't feel it, I don't experience it. What do you want to do? Reduce Brahman to a feeling of what? Come on. You want to reduce a Brahman to an experience of what? Yeah, I sat on that mountain peak and I forgot the concept of time and space. Very good. So you went into a trance, you are lost. So I do that every night in my deep sleep. Once I hit the bed, I am off. No time, no everything. इसमें क्या बड़ा बात हो गया? No, Swamiji, what about this Dharma Mega Samadhi, where like how the rishis downloaded this knowledge, we can also download it. First of all, I am not sure whether rishis downloaded the knowledge. I also have some idea of Dharma Mega Samadhi. It will work for other things. It won't work for this knowledge, okay? It won't work for this knowledge. Why? An ignorant man who thinks I am finite is getting a peep into Hiranyagarbha's mind. That's what Dharma Mega Samadhi. You are getting a connect with the cosmic mind. So you got a connect. And the cosmic mind is saying you are everything. And what is your idea? I am only this much. Tell me, how will you make sense of that whole thing? Even if it is true. You will interpret it as some divine experience, this, that, etc. For some other things, it may work. What is my neighbor thinking about me? It may work. Okay. How long will I live? It may work. If somebody doesn't get fed up of you and shoots you down. For those might have knowledge it may work, but not for this, okay? I know on Tuesday I am talking at Indica Academy. I have put up the thing on Facebook and everything. Okay. You can register there. There's a link for registration. I have not put it up in our class groups because once I get the link for the talk, I'll put it in my class groups for the actual talk. Here you have to go to the website and register. So there, one character has said, there the topic is this. Brahma Jnanam is by Shruti Pramanam alone. You have to establish that. Okay. So in all this, if you live a life like how you said in the second verse, a life of Karma Yoga, etc. Because why? Why does the life of Karma Yoga come in? Two reasons. You have desires, you have responsibilities. You have desires or you have responsibilities. I don't have desires. If you don't have desires, why are you wasting time? Go. Study full time now, get it. I have responsibilities. My children, my parents are old, my children are there, her husband is there. Okay. Responsibilities. Or both. Responsibilities are there, desires are also there. And to make something out of my career, Why? Thoda self-esteem badna chahiye na. You are saying you have to understand you are everything, I feel I am nothing, मैं छोटा ही हूँ. So thoda I have to achieve something to feel good about myself. Okay, fine. So in these ways, then you live a life of Karma Yoga because there is still something for you to gain from the world, to interact with the world. Some growth is necessary. And in the process of going growth, you feel you take care of your desires, this, that, etc. so that your life becomes happy also. Kabhi kushi, kabhi gum, that you will get out of life. That's good, nice. Then what? Along with that, you are doing the learning. Therefore, Isavasyopanishad sarvam becomes very clear. So can you see the first two verses? In fact, the first verse can even be taken as sannyasa. Tena tektena bunjita. Give it up. Kya karna kya ye sab? You want to understand the truth, no? So abhi सीधा सिखाता है ना. ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम. Responsibilities है नहीं है, desires है नहीं है. फिर immerse yourself in this knowledge, na. But you have to survive, na. Bhikshatanam, go for bhiksha. Bhikshacharya mucharya. That's sannyasa lifestyle. Because all you have to do is live, na. But sannyasa lifestyle, you won't get AC to put on and all that thing, okay? वो सब नहीं मिलेगा. Those who come to study in the ashram also, we are not giving AC connections. Fans and all are there, good enough. And we'll see uninterrupted power supply also. Those things will ensure. What else? Swamiji, but I come to your home, I seen there's an AC there. Correct, there's an AC there. But right now it is not put on. That's put on only when guests come. And if the guests find it, it's too hot. Okay, I put it on. Why? Tapas, of a sannyasi lifestyle. Sannyasi lifestyle is one of tapas. I don't even feel tapas, I feel happy with it. So, tena tektena bunjita can be taken as sannyasa lifestyle. Because your commitment is a knowledge and nothing but the knowledge. Aur kuch nahi hai. But no, I have other commitments. All right. Jiji shatakam samaha kurvanevehi karmani. Then set your priorities clear. Fulfill what desires you have to. Take care of your priorities, your responsibilities. Live a life of karma. Somebody said karma yoga is meant for people without desires. Wrong. If you don't have desires, why do you need karma yoga? Sannyasa is meant for you. At some level of karma yoga, you may find that desires are fulfilled and dropped off, but still some responsibilities are there. Therefore, that will be only like that. Then, that time, that is always possible. But Karma Yoga was not meant for people without desires. Karma Yoga was meant with people with desires. Why? Because I have desires, therefore work to fulfill them. If you don't work to fulfill them, you will be frustrated. You will keep praying, praying, praying. Bhagavan kuch karta nahi hai. In fact, a great devotee said that. A person who has got the Nobel Prize twice or something. I am talking of the Dalai Lama. Recently he said that. We have been praying for 70 years but nothing has happened. We have not got our freedom. Correct, eh? He got a Nobel Prize, but the Tibet is still bound under the Chinese boot. Whereas one of his colleagues, junior to him, was a Rinpoche. Okay, the rank of a Rinpoche, one step below the Dalai Lama. Okay, Lama Shevang Mignor Nobu, who is the parampara for my martial art. This thing, one of the strains of martial art for me is from this Lama, through his student and everything. He said, we stay and we fight. We will have a guerrilla warfare, we will throw them out. They will not be able to hold on to Tibet. Oh, there will be lot of death and destruction. Now also there is a lot of death and destruction in Tibet, plus culturally wiping out. By just praying, hey, back it up with action. Kurvane vehi karmani. Jijivishe shatagam samaha. If you want to live, do a life of karma. If not because of desires, then responsibilities. Yeah, traditionally sadhus don't vote, you know. You're a sadhu, Baba, you have given up all your responsibilities and rights in the society. Therefore, you don't take the right to vote. But last 2 elections, every sadhu has been voting. Why? The country is at risk. Every vote counts. So sadhus also will vote. Barabar, right thing to do. Right thing to do. They are called special dharmas that happen. Apad dharmas they are called. In difficult times, yeah. Sadhus are non-violent people. In fact, in our vow of sannyasa, ahimsa is what it is. That nobody has to fear me. Correct, eh? But when Mathura was at risk, 4,000 Naga Babas from Niranjani Akhada, okay, destroyed the whole Mughal army. A few survivors fled. Ahimsa, correct, but this problematic situation, you are coming to destroy Mathura. Sorry, not Mathura, Vrindavan. Can you destroy Vrindavan? No way are we going to allow that. So, this type of situation also, they are always there. Yeah. There is Tyaktena Bunjita for the sadhu. Arey, kya ho jayega? Mar jayega na. I was not born. What are you talking about death? I was not born in the first place. What are you talking about death for me? It is not that I am going to be a martyr. जन्म नहीं होया तो मौत कहाँ से आया? Entirely different thinking. Yeah. Therefore, all these type of situations will be there in life, and you have to look at it more holistically. Only when you look at it holistically, the whole thing will work out well. Therefore, the idea is to see everything as Brahman and experience the world as Nama Rupas, as just Nama Rupas, nothing more than that. If you can't do that, understand Brahman as Ishvara, Jagat Karanam, live a life fulfilling your responsibilities, your desires, your duties with Karma Yoga Buddhi, by commitment to karma, etc., and do that. That's it. पूरा वेदांत आ गया इसमें। और क्या बात है, कुछ नहीं है, इतना ही है बात, इतना ही है। ओके, देन ही सेज एवं त्वयि न अन्यथोस्ति, there is no other way than this, he says. If you have desires etc or responsibilities, there is no other way but living a life of karma. Okay, na karma limpyate naraha, but you will not be tainted by that karma. Why? Ishvara arpanam prasada buddhi is there, so you will not be tainted by it. Karma phala will come to you, but it will not be a problem for you because you are willing to accept everything. And in this lifetime, before you go, you understand the truth. After that, which karma touches you? Whatever karma touches you is in this life only. Na limpyate asangoham iti matva. Na limpyate, beginning because of prasada buddhi, ishwararpana buddhi. You are willing to accept success and failure, then what is the problem? You say you win some, you lose some, itna hi baat hai na. Kya problem hai? Nothing, no problems. And once you understand, in the process you understand, I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. What karma touches you? Nothing. You are totally free. As long as the body is there, enjoy life. Experience life. The good, the bad, the ugly. Maja aa raha hai. When the body drops, you don't die, the body drops. You remain as what? Pure consciousness. Living, you live in the freedom through this body. When the body drops, you live as what? Pure consciousness alone. Is there any other way to live? Really speaking, is there any other way? It is choiceless. Moksha is literally speaking choiceless. Though they say, Yam esha vranate tena labhya, who chooses it gets it. Mundaka Upanishad, we saw that. But really speaking, it's a Hobson's choice. Can you really choose between being a fulfilled being and a non-fulfilled being? Can you really make that choice? It's not a choice worth having. Yeah. You live in freedom. Yeah. You live with joy and fulfillment in your life. It doesn't matter whether you got the knowledge at 20 or you got it at 80, it doesn't matter. You got it now, bas ho gaya. Yeah. It doesn't matter whether you got it in your 20s or 80s, as long as you get it. Yeah. If you got it young, you have the whole life ahead of you to enjoy it. If you got it with one foot in the grave, that's also fine. Why? Your life is fulfilled anyway. Yeah, life is fulfilled. Anandoham. Yeah. Think about this. Then, of course, there are lot of, because now he said, live a life of karma, then he'll talk about different types of karma, etc. All the confusions will start. Okay. Verses can seem to be confusing, they are not confusing, they are very clear actually. But because we are living in a different time frame, they seem confusing, where we are not familiar with some of these things. But that we will see next class, okay? Om Tat Sat. Think about what I said.